there's people who smoke and stuff, they do drinking and drugs, parties, raves,
drugs, sex, alcohol, drugs, smoking.
It's a good idea for a film, and it shows the way that the youth of today can be influenced through drugs, but it also shows how they can stand up for themselves and do what they believe in.
It's quite interesting. I think it's realistic compared to some of the things we see on TV today to do with, bottom class.
I think that a film like that will be really good because it will show you how you can withstand it, but you can have the pressure on you.
It sounds like a good idea because it's an issue that people can relate to these days. It relates to modern society and it's a big issue.
I think it's really good because it relates to everything that's going on with our generation and our youth today, and I think everyone can sort of relate to it because it's happening everywhere throughout the country and actually throughout the world.
I think it would be a good idea to have this sort of put into in a film idea because it will show the many complications that youth are facing today. Because those are probably real scenarios where people do find themselves in that scenario, which could help those children who are in the scenarios out that and make sort of better for themselves. Therefore, they're not falling into that same scenario that person is with the drug dealing and everything on the streets.
It sounds really interesting. I think it's a good topic to do it on, and there's a lot of leads it could go with and twists and turns in the whole story, and it teaches people about things that they might not necessarily know about, and in-depth knowledge.
I think they're very good. However, youth are taking the opinion of the youth today. I think that people, teenagers who do drugs and smoke and have over-the-top sex, do it for a reason, and because it's so common, it's hard for other people to resist it.
I think rather than just having him so punk, outsider, I don't know, he needs something that everyone can relate to, so maybe I don't know, maybe he has other friends, or he's quite friendly with loads of people, or he's a really good Samaritan or something, I don't know, he does nice things in his spare time.
He needs to be sort of straight edge and punky, but someone we can sympathise with, how he feels when his roommate dies and upset, because people would relate to that.
I think they should be easy to identify with, but sort of have an edgier twist, maybe not that you completely like them, but you can still reason with them.
I think we should be shown, everyday life, how we see gangs and how everyone's scared of them and stuff. So I think one of those stereotypes should be shown.
All stereotypes that are around in today's culture, like the drug addicts, the thieves, the criminals, and then all the good people as well.
No, that's something we can all relate to because I do go to the parties a lot, I do drink a lot every weekend, and quite a few of my friends are doing drugs. In fact, a lot of them are doing drugs.
Music, a lot. I think young people can relate to music. I would.
Things that relate to what's going on in the news right now, maybe storylines that kind of reflect that, rather than just olden day stuff.
Things that you said, obviously, drug and alcohol abuse, school relationships as well. I think things within the school thing, because it's kind of aimed at teenagers, so I think things within the school sort of land and what younger people do rather than what older generation do.